and you either set up on the high ground up here and start brawling them over here, or you set up on the low ground and start cugging the corner, right? Playing here. So as the tanks move through, you immediately shoot the Ryan. He dies, or he has to position himself like that. Now it's much more difficult for them to stop you. And if you stay on high ground and they send a diva, who wins, it should be you. You can bait her matrix, you can Wraith Form to reload and cancel, and her team is stuck in this choke. Your team can potentially see you. But even if your team is trash and it doesn't support you and heal you and help you, you can still kill this diva, and if you for some reason can't, you can just Wraith Form down to your team. And you're safe again, right?
Okay.
And all of this is kind of a better way of you looking at it. The rules of like good positioning is normally the way that I like to explain Zenyatta players it is ask, am I safe? Right? Are you safe in where you are? Meaning, are you feeding right now? 2, am I active? Am I efficient? Can I play aggressively here? And can I do something during the beginning, during the fight sequence of this, right? So are you active? Right? And you can answer yourself this. And normally you trade, right? Like the best way of being active in this game as a Reaper is to stand outside their spawn doors and just wait, right? You should be able to shoot everybody, but you'll die, right? So you're not safe, but you're active. Okay, the best way to be safe is just to stay in spawn. But are you active? No, right? So it normally is a trade-off of being active and being safe, right? You're closer to the enemy team, you're more active. It's easier to hit shots, but you're not that safe, right? And that's a good way of kind of looking at it, right? Just to cover positioning, we have a couple of rules in Overwatch. It's easy to follow. We don't half-ass anything in Overwatch, so there's no half-assing cover, meaning we don't stand, for example, in the middle of a point. It makes no sense, right? Unless you are a Rhines, and even Reinhardts at like higher reloads, they don't stand like in the middle, they stand like at one side of the point, right? Because it makes very little sense a lot of time. Normally, you, for example, as a Reaper, you, or as an Ashe, as I said, try to say when you're moving down here, right? Moving down straight, here, you can get shot from there, from here, from there. Every angle can shoot you. You move close here, right? You will slowly but surely. Let me see, who am I playing? I'm playing Reaper right now. It doesn't matter. You get the premise, right? I push here. I clear left. I clear main. Okay, no one left, no one main. Now I can then decide, okay, now I want to peek the points. Peek, peek, no one there. Peek, 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 peek. Peek, 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 peek. Okay, now I know where people are. Right? Compare that to, I'll just run straight down main, and I get peeked. Okay, is there anyone here, there at the same time? No one can check that. So you get shot from every single angle. You're not safe. You'll take excessive amount of damage. There's a high chance of you dying, and you have no cover. If I stand here, I have no cover. If I stand here, I have cover, right? If I want to unpeek, I just do this. I just move a little bit further back, right? And at that point, if there are people pushing main and people pushing right, I can just ignore right side and shoot main, right? And then pick right and then unpeek, and pick right and unpeek, right? And coach gun top, for example, right? Same goes for top. Top is really good because of this. Now I'm peeking only there, nowhere else. And now I'm peeking a little bit further. Now I'm peeking over there. Now I'm peeking this part of the point and that point of nowhere, right? Now I'm peeking further down on the objective and here, and now I can peek over there, right? So I can choose where I want to peek. And that is why we don't half-ass. The same, standing here makes no sense compared to standing here, right? Because here, I can just drop. And over here, I can't drop. I can, of course, move a little bit back and so on. And there are some small stuff with high ground. Standing in the middle can sometimes help, because you can do like, you can sometimes do stuff like crouch like this and make yourself very difficult to see without having to drop from high ground. But a lot of time, we don't half-ass in Overwatch. We do either one of them. And especially with Reapers like, with characters like Reaper, that is this like really border value character, right? Like he's really good at one thing, and this is like this distance is it really good at. So he plays here, right? He doesn't play here, right? I get shot from multiple angles. I'm not close to any of them. I do very little damage, and I'm surrounded. Right? And I have no clue what's going on around me. Like, they can see, everybody can see me, everybody can shoot me, and I lose if I don't know what's going on around me without having to do like this and just like check every angle. If I play here, now I know what's going on there, and now I can decide not to peek there and see what's going on at the point. What's going on here? What's going on at the point? Over here, right? So I just decide not to fight. Now I'm not fighting anything. Now I'm just fighting the point. Now I'm fighting right side, right? Or denying right side, right? So for example, there's a Sen here that want to go onto the point. Okay, I peek him and I shoot him. I can either then chase the kill, or he's stuck here. He can't move to the point because I'm hugging that corner. And if he goes close, I just kill him. So he's stuck here. He can't move forward without me killing him, right? So by positioning myself there, I'm active. I can deal a lot of damage, right? Space in this game is just damage. It's just a threat of damage. It's just saying, if you go here, I have a Ryan, I will hit you, I will do this amount of damage, I will kill you. So if you go here, you die. So you can't go here, right? And Reaper is like the embodiment of that same thing. I'm here. If the Sen comes down, I kill him. So you can't come down. And if you come down, I kill you. And that's how. And then I'm denying this entire area. They need to send like a lot of tanks with healers on them to kill me, or to make me move further back, right?
Yeah.
To claim that space.
Makes sense.
And if they haven't, make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So, do you have any questions? Because now I've tried to kind of cover like some very basic fundamental stuff for you. Do you have any questions, or else we'll just start with the VOD itself?
It was more regarding Ash, but I mean we can go on with a lot. If I have any questions for Ash, then we can.
You do okay. Well, yeah, but the positioning is the same with Ash, right? Like
No,
again, it's like
not specifically for this map, but the general like besides positioning on Ash. Is there anything that I should keep in mind for Ash? Because obviously she must be played differently than Reaper.
Well, it's your positioning, it's your mechanics, and the fact that you're not active with her. That's the problem with Ash. You play her almost like a Widowmaker, right? So it's constantly taking angles, constantly landing hits. I have this. I think I called it angles. That is a contenders player review. You play her very much like
too safely in the back.
Well, not too safe all the time, right? You can push very aggressively, as you know, right? You want to be in range with your dynamite, right? Okay, so there's a Pharah, so I swap. Okay, go here. Okay, shoot. Next position, shoot. Miss. Okay, just hot scoping this area, checking. Miss on the right, miss on him. He's gonna actually re-push this, which is really weird. Like I didn't expect him push there, but whatever. Okay, continue to scout. I can't see anybody, so I want more angles, so I'll go up here. And more angles, right? I'll hot scope here, right? Am I safe? Yes. Am I active? Yes, I can see everybody. There's nobody that cannot hide, that can hide in this team fight, right? Unless they drop on like way back over there, and then I'm fine, because then I can just push further up, right? If they go back now, I'll push further up. Right now, though, my position is safe. Like none of these guys can even remotely touch me or do anything to me. And I have plenty of line sight of everybody. Right?
Yeah.
So I'll know that this guy will have to move to contest. So I know that I can shoot here. I know I can shoot right over there. I know I can shoot over here. Right? So now I want to try to get in as many shots as possible. Right? So, okay, I'll shoot. I'll miss my opportunity. He moved forward. They jumped over. So I shot. Right? Okay, they're consistently shielding. Right? And now I'm active. Because if anything like that happens and they move their shields and someone strafes out, right? These move because he pushes. They kite him. So they kite into me because I'm active. If I were on low ground, or if I were in a different position, or if I was tunnel visioning on my Pharah that just got rezzed, if I was trying to tunnel vision her and I'd move further back now because I know she's gonna push me, this angle would never happen. I would never gone that pick. Now she's pushing me. Now I can be like, okay, now I'll deal with you, right? I need a new angle, so I grapple. Right? She dies. Great. She would have died to me anyway. Okay, fight happens, constantly active here. I'm not I'm just hard scoping this guy. Next target, no one else is alive. Let's try to get the Ryan. Right? I'll try to mess up the grapples because it doesn't want to. This is again me just being active, just like checking. Maybe someone was running away there or coming back. Know what it was. Next thing, right? Now they're not going to contest. Actually, they're not going to try to contest. But right, the same here. If anyone tries to, they have to contest the point. So I'm just here. If they try to contest it, I can shoot them, right? And I'll just kill them on the point. And if they play further over there, I'll rotate left. If they come from that side, I'll rotate right. Right? So no matter where they're playing now, they have to play on the point. I'll rotate around whichever angle they are at. If they're on the point, I'll fight here. If they stay over here, I'll go over there. And if they come from over here, I'll go over here. So I'm just mirroring them and keeping the same distance constantly, right? As you can see, I'm keeping the same distance to them every single time, every single fight, right?
Yep.
But I'm trying to be as active as possible. I'm never out of combat. Same with here, right? We cap, I immediately hard scope here. Because now we capped. Okay, let's see if there's opportunities. This Ryan was not in position. These guys are out of position. This crease in the middle of the map, right? He should never be here. He should be holding a corner further back or further over there to stop us from pushing. But he isn't. So he's there, so he is feeding. This Ana is also in the middle of the map. And this is Diamond. This is easy to abuse. They're in the middle of the map. Why are they there? There's no cover. There's no reason to be there. So that's a free kill, right? Same goes here. That's the Pharah. She flies up. I push up now. Now I'm actually gonna die here because I'm expecting my team to push here, and they don't, which is my bad for trying, right? But same here, right? By me going forward, this guy's playing super far back now. These guys have to rotate that way, and my team gets to push for free, right? So I'm active from the beginning, and I'm keeping the same distance. And this is very much the same that you should be doing as an Ashe player. The only difference is that you sometimes have to go close so you can use your dynamite to explode people. And you can be a little bit closer than I can be on this Widow, because your coach gun in close is much better than my machine gun, right? So with an Ashe player, it's much the same. It's you try to keep that distance where you can use your...
Viper at close range.
Yeah, your Viper, sorry.
Yeah.
So you want to push where you keep your distance, where you're constantly active, but so that you have cover, right? So that if you meet a Widowmaker or a McCree, you don't immediately get melted, right? So you're away from, like, for example, an enemy Reaper. If he want to kill you, he can't. Like, if he pushes out here, he dies, right? So you're keeping your distance, and you're constantly scouting ahead and being active, right? So that's how you position with an Ashe, right? Keeping distance, pushing up. Where they're going to come from? Okay, they're going to come from here, 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 here. Okay, I'll position myself accordingly. So I feel that I can be active. Meaning for you, it's going to be, I want to be maybe in dynamite range. So I could toss that. As soon as they push onto the point with all their tanks, right? Then I can get in a very easy dynamite, which can hit all of them. That's a lot of damage, right? I can snipe them from a distance where I can just stand on high ground and shoot down on them. And it's very difficult for them to catch me. So, okay, then you can play like that. Play that aggressively, right? If you want, we can skip straight to the Ashe section. Well, you don't really play that much Ashe here. You play Ashe for like half a second here.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind if we skip to the
Yeah.
Ashe section. Sorry.
But it's only like one health, but one life. I think you play and then you swap immediately. Same with here, right? Immediately crosshair should be here. Is there any enemies here? No. Crosshair should immediately snap to there. It should just be like a habit. Try to preempt corners. It will make your life so much easier. One, because it will naturally make you check stuff, and because it will do that you don't have to flick to every target in the game. Yeah. Like imagine if you were now leaving spawn and someone peeked there. You would have to flick all the way up there. That's really difficult even for a Grandmaster to do. But if your crosshair already is there, then it's just to mouse one it, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Right. The same goes from here, right? There's no enemies here, or there's no enemies here, but there can be enemy on that side, and there can be enemies on the left side, right? So, for example, he could have been shot, right? Same with here. Instead of running in the middle, if you hug this wall, you get earlier line of sight here. If you hug that wall, you get earlier line of sight over there, right? And we want to keep distance to our enemies, right? So if we see a Reaper over here or a Reaper over there, or a Rhine or any tank, we want to see them as early as possible, right? So we can check left or right, depending on where we think the enemy will come from. I always check right side first. So I always go this side, because I know that DPS players like to flank my right side. Because almost every single game that I am in, when I play on a diamond account, they always almost push like that. Their tanks push like that. So there's always like a Reaper or a Mei or a Tracer that pushes this side. So I always run here with Ashe to scout out and see if there's someone there.
Yep.
And if there's no one, then I'll just move over here and then I can shoot from my staircase over there. But if you run down the middle, you don't spot anybody before they are like already in your face, and then you will die, potentially, right? So you toss the dynamite and you mess up the shots, I think, or she ate it. I'm not sure. I think you messed up the shot. Now you hard scope over here, right? And this is where, for example, you're not that active. So yes, it's great. They have a widow. Fine. Right now, is she a problem? Not really. You can play with this cover and shoot her entire team. And if when she then starts shooting at your team, then you can peek her and shoot her, right? But right now, you're devoting so much time on this one Widowmaker, right? Okay, yeah, you hit a headshot. Okay, and you're not going to kill her anyway, right? But your team just died. One of your teammates have died, right? And look at this, right? There's a lot of other fighting going around. This Genji has been allowed to push for free, for example, right? And at the same time, you are being flanked by everybody, and you're not doing anything. Like, you shot her once, but you didn't kill her, and it's very difficult for you to kill her, and you're taking a duel against someone that can potentially one-shot you, right? So it's great. Yes, you made her low. She's not going to get healing. Now deal with the rest of the team, right? That's being active. So I can kind of I can show you if you want to. Let's hope that this will give us the right. Now we just have to restart the game until it gives Mega Base, because perfect. Right.
Practical.
So yeah. So here, check. Right. Widowmaker, shoot. Okay, reload. Right. Pang. And then here. She cannot shoot me now. I can start punishing her team. Right? Now I can play here. Right? I get dived. Okay, great. I can rotate to health. Right? And rotate to my team. And play here. I know still where the widow is. Right? So I can do whatever. She's just gonna. It's gold. They're just gonna stay there. So I can fight her team while I can shoot her. She's low. Now I can deal with her team. If she peeks, maybe. But if she doesn't, I'm over here dealing with her team. When she's hiding from me, she's not shooting my team. So she's out of the fight, right? If she's running for a health pack now, then that's great for me, right? This way, I will be active on her team and just deal with her team. I won't die that way, right? So when my team was rotating this right side, I would like to, for example, not maybe be here, right? Because my team rotated, your team rotated over there, meaning the enemy team naturally rotates over here and you stand there, right? So if you had not tunnel visioned on the Widow, you wouldn't have been run down that easily, right? So then you could have been here, you shot the Widow, for example, you shot her from here, pang, pang, your team rotates, okay, you can go up here, right? Start fighting, look for angles, clear here, clear over there, dynamite the corner so nobody can hide behind it, right? Then you can fight over here. Fight with your team if you want to, right? And if the Widow peeks again, then you can zone her, right? See, I have this little corner here. Shoot. Okay, she can't shoot me. I can pick her whenever I want. I can also pick her from a different angle. I can pick her from here, for example. She won't expect that, so she can't hot scope that angle. If she does, I'll just pick another angle, right? Or if she hot scopes this angle to headshot me, I'll just fight her team, right? And I'll deal with those guys, and I can jump up here. Bam, and shoot from there, or here, right? Bam. So instead of tunnel visioning on her, if you had played around your team, you would be more active, right? And this is the thing. Not tunnel visioning on one guy and playing in an active manner is the important thing, right? This way, I'm constantly dealing damage to multiple targets, right? Instead of just tunnel vision, right? You are too valuable to only spend time on one person. If you zone someone out and they are like 2 health, they cannot fight anymore. If they peek you one more time, you just kill them. So they have to drag healing away, especially if they're like flanking or something. They have to go for health packs or get healing somehow. And if they don't, then if they peek you just kill them there and then, right? So it's great that you keep an eye on that and that you remember, okay, there was a Widowmaker on my left side, so you don't get headshotted by her, right? But there's no need in spending so much time on it, right?
Yeah,
The same goes
I
with
agree.
here. 345. Right? Soldier is like the perfect example because Soldier's job is to keep pressure on everybody, right? If you can't keep pressure on multiple people, you can't play Soldier. He's the ultimate pressure guy, right? People come there, shoot here, blah, blah, blah. Shield break, shield break, shield break. Nothing better to do. Wasting my Helix rocket. Damage, damage, damage. Okay, they don't have a shield all of a sudden, right? Because we started this early to fight them, right? Okay, that's a McCree. Okay, he is low. There's a hands on my right. I get the Cree kill. The enemy team is now here. Okay, now we keep pressure on those guys, right? Bam. They run away. I don't push them because again, they just went away. So now they're going to take another path, meaning they're going to run underneath and blah, 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 blah. And that's going to be, okay, that's plenty of time for me to maybe shoot someone else, right? So I'm not going to start telling, there's a soldier. I'm going to miss every single shot in the book, miss even my helix. I don't want him to, he is over there. So I miss my helix. I know he can one-shot me. I know I cannot one-shot him. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say, you know what? You suck at aiming. I'm going to take a risk. And instead of attacking him, I'm just going to kill his team. Because I have wasted too much time. This guy is scared of pushing me. He's playing very passively, so he's not playing aggressive on me. Because he's low. Right? He knows if he pushes, I will one-shot him with the helix that I just wasted. So I'm just going to say, fuck it. I'll just mess up your team. I have no intention in killing you anymore. Fuck you. So I start attacking his team. Drop biotic field, start damaging him. I had now been just playing around this wall. He's very, very low. My Helix comes back up. And now he ran away, right? Because he knows my Helix is back up, so he just went away. If he had not run away, I would have killed him there and then, right? And since he went away, I'm not chasing that kill with the Helix.
I would have chased, that's the thing. I would have chased him. That's a good point.
That's ways that would have ruined my positioning. I have the best positioning in the world, right? I'm on a hub right now. I have the ultimate control. The same like if you had been on this map and you've been up here. If anybody is here, you can kill them. There, you can kill them. There, you can kill them. Over here, you can kill them. If they push down there, you can kill them. If they push over there, you can kill them. If they push over here, you can kill them. If they come from there, you can kill them. Right? It's a hub. This is like good positioning. No matter where they are, I can kill them or shoot them. Right? Unless they're right underneath me. Right? And if they want to play anything of value, like the point, I can just kill them. Right? Same goes right here.
What you just did right there, I think that's the decision make. It's very pivotal. I would have chased him because in my mind, the kill would have been more important than damaging the shrine. I can't explain why, and I know it's wrong, but for me, finish off the Hanzo, go back to the fight. But then I would be on the low ground and losing my position.
Yeah. Right, but I think how I think about it is more. It's not like, oh, I need this kill, right? Because you got to understand two things with Overwatch. One, we play a little bit for ultimate charge as a DPS player. We do play for ultimate charge because DPS ults are really powerful. And two, pressure. If the enemy team, if their enemy team front line is 2 health, they cannot push the objective, no matter how much they want. They can't. They need their tanks on the point to move us away, especially if I have tanks. So if I constantly just keep their tanks low, they can't push the objective. And if they can't push the objective, they can't win. I will always win if they can't push the objective, right? Third of all, I think more about, okay, so I will have a position where I can, if I take someone to low health and they run away, they are now out of the fight. And I can now kind of think about it as if you are competing, right? So the enemy team has this, like, how much damage their team, their, what's it called? Their DPR, right? Damage per round is a D&D thing, right? And you also have your damage per round, right? Your DPR, right? So if I am constantly active and I can just shoot anybody, for example, this high ground is a hub, and I can shoot from every single angle, no matter where they are, and if they want to push for any objective, I can just continually shoot them. At the same time, I'm super safe because it's difficult to get to high grounds, right? So I'm safe, I'm active, and it's like the best of both worlds, right? So my DPR will constantly be high. And if I make one of their DPSs run away and just run around and get to the healers and have to run back to the team, that's a long time where they don't have that DPS. And that's a long time where I just get to build up my DPR, where I just get to out-damage the enemy team, constantly out-damaging them, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The same thing is that the way that Overwatch works is that you have opportunities And the more opportunity, well, essentially, think about if you want a frag, right? If you want a frag, you gotta measure your mechanics is how many opportunities you can actually capitalize on, right? If everybody's 2 health, but you never hit any shots, you cannot capitalize on any. If you're really good mechanics, you can capitalize on every single opportunity that you get, right? Every single potential frag you can capitalize on, right? Then it's your positioning, and your positioning allows you to see more of these opportunities. If you're on the low ground looking into a wall and the entire enemy team is low over here, but you're on the other side of the map, you cannot capitalize on any of those opportunities. So you just missed 6 opportunities, right? 6 frags, right? But if you're here, then these 6 frags are easy pickings, right? And then it's just up to your mechanics to capitalize, right? So I also think about it like that, right? So I just pressure this, we kill the Rhine cannot push. They still wipe my team. They still kill my team because my team is useless, right? And do I jump down on the point now? No. I'm 70 on his. I still have time. They lost their Ryan. They don't have a shield. That's the Hanzo. The Hanzo did that. The Hanzo dived in on the point trying to get a kill. So he died, right? Now we're back. Now we're just seeing here. I know, I see her in the side of my... Now I'm starting to think, okay, if it hits 2 ticks, I'll run down the point and just die, because then it's lost. But I see her, and I see my ult charge, and I'm like, I can probably build Visor. Right? Worst case scenario, I'll build my Visor to like 95, die in the point, and I'll Visor next fight. Right? But right now, I'm just staying alive to see if there is a possibility that I can do something. And notice how fast I'm... Again, notice the keyboard strokes. How fast I'm constantly moving here. He peeks, I dodge. Shooting, jumping, crouch spamming, battlefield and crouch spamming, right? He can hook me, so I crouch here, so he can't do that, right? He gets hacked, I build Visor of him, and I pop Visor. I need to drop here to kill the Mercy, and kill him, and then I win, right?
That's very nice, yep. Okay.
Right? So I'm playing, if I am dead, I cannot carry. So I'm purposely making sure that I stay alive no matter fucking what. Because if I'm dead, I cannot carry. Right? And again, you are the carry factor, you are in gold, but you're supposed to be that platinum player, right? Or the diamond player, right? So all of these guys are supposed to be useless, right? These are supposed to be 6, whatever, low plat gold players. These guys are supposed to be low plat gold players. You're supposed to be the diamond player, or the gold player, or the mid-high plat player, right?
Yeah.
So if you just stay alive, you will constantly have advantages in fights. If you're constantly positioning yourself so you can capitalize on opportunities, you will constantly get frags, right? So we don't have much time, as we've been covering more Fury than just VOD reviewing. But I think that is what you wanted, right? More Fury and less just VOD review, as you send me all the VODs. We have a little bit more time. So do you want Sombra or do you want Reaper? As, again, there isn't really any Ashe footage. Or do you want me to break down more of my footage?
No, Sombra, I think, and the reason is because there's a lot of people play Hammond and Doomfist, and I also enjoy Sombra. So the reason I switched to Sombra is because they couldn't deal with Hammond, who was coming back and forth. So
yeah, okay. I thought it was the bullet to kill the winner, right? But just remember this, right? Don't tunnel vision.
Yeah, exactly. I was tunnel vision.
Right, never tunnel vision in this game, right? It's just gonna mess you up, right? Play smart and collective. Like, you are older than the average player in gold, most likely, and I can see from how you write and like how you speak that you're very intelligent. So use your brain against them. Like, right, your mechanics are better than those, right? But unless you're gonna like practice a lot of mechanics, right? You're gonna now practice hopefully moving more, moving faster, hopefully improve some of your accuracy, start pre-aiming corners more. Yeah. But in the end, right, use your head against them. You are a grown adult with a lot of experience. You're older than me. You have a lot of experience in life. You can think much better than these players, right? Yeah. You have probably heard that, there is a retirement age in esport. About 25, you're not supposed to play esport anymore professionally because you're what's it called? Like, you don't have the reaction time anymore compared to a 16-year-old that's just, coked up on caffeine. It's a very common thing in esport. But they're still really like 30-year-olds that play in professional esport. And as they say, and like even they say themselves, we don't have the reaction time to beat these new 16-year-olds. But we have the game sense. Like, we play smarter than them. So we take fights where we have advantages, where it doesn't matter if they can aim faster than us. and react faster. We just have so many advantages that they can't beat us anymore, right? And that's how you want to play. It's the same way that I play, because I'm not a coked up like insane aimer on mechanics. So I of course work on my aim, but that's just not me, right? So what I do, I play very smart. I use my game sense against them. That's how I win. Like, for example, the soldier play. I didn't insanely aimbot on them like the fan would do, but I played it smart. And they couldn't do anything against me. I could just stay on that high ground forever. So with Sombra, it's quite simple. Again, we have the same stuff as we talked about, right? You want to be active and you want to be safe, right? Yep. Essentially, you don't want to feed and you want to get kills, right? So when it comes to your translocating positions, right? You want, let's say that you want to play, depending on what you want to try to achieve, right? They are playing a Widowmaker over here, and then your team is pushing. If you want to stop like the Hammond, you logically have to play around where the Hammond will strike, right? Will the Hammond strike on his own Widowmaker, right? No. Will he strike around his own team? Yes, right? So then you got to think like that. Second, you drop your translocator down here, right? For that, because there's a mega pack, right? And we got to talk just a little bit about translocators. So to be active with a Sombra, you by translocating over here, it's a safe play, but you take yourself out of combat again. You can see that, right?
Yep.
You are fighting right now over here. There's a Widow over here. You go for this Widowmaker. They play with their supports, I think, over here, right? So essentially, there's a concentration of enemies in this area, on the bridge and on this area, right? If you go down